Kia ora guys, good evening and welcome back to the Black Jersey. Happy Friday, happy weekend for everyone watching the channel, and a massive thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. You guys have been absolutely unreal throughout the year, just consuming my extra content. A couple of my videos are coming out early on Patreon when I can get them up early, and I'm always sharing extra behind the scenes video scripts, memes, graphics, stuff like that. And my patrons who are signed up to the top 2 tiers, you're getting an exclusive video as you do every month. For this month, you're going to get a video of mine that has ended up being unreleased. I was supposed to release it as per normal. It was analysis on the Aussies versus Pumas match that was in round 2 of the Rugby Championship. I just sadly didn't get any time to put that one out, and so as part of my every 6 months or so update, I'm just going to say this over here that yes, my patrons, you guys do get very early access to a few videos every month and a monthly exclusive if you're in the top 2 tiers as well. Cheers to David and Gil, who I've had some pretty nice Zoom meetings with as well, as they're in the very top of my tiers. You guys are pretty good laugh and stuff. Definitely love your logic over there as well, David. Gil, mate, you're so passionate. Cheers, mate. Quite honestly, this has been a roller coaster ride of a year. My audience over on Instagram going pretty steady. I'll just pull up the screenshot. So I was at 19.2k this time last year. I was hoping to get the 20 to celebrate the end of 2022, but I did have to be a bit more patient. It's okay though. Finally hit the old 20k. Need to make myself a cake to celebrate that. I'm aiming to get to 25 at the end of the year Instagram, because, you know, Instagram, it's where it all started. Even though I don't really make reels, all that kind of stuff, I will still reply to every single DM I get over there. Thank you for all the supporters over there. Replying to comments, it's a bit harder to do nowadays with the large following, but every single nice, positive, or, you know, questionative method of messaging, I'm going to answer all of them. You know, if you're just like a person who loves rugby, I'm always going to do that stuff, because I would not be where I am today without an audience that is abundantly clear. Every creator has a peak, a downturn, and that's just the way, the cycle it goes with. Every kind of other entertainer is the same. Look at Post Malone, who was so hot back in 2018. Nowadays, he's just making real chill country music. He can relax now that he's hit his peak and he just wants to do what he loves doing. As for YouTube, though, this has been a crazy ride with the fact that it's my full-time job now. As you guys can see, in January, I uploaded a video saying, hey, here's my yearly goals, here's a bit of a channel update. And at the time, I had amassed there, 5,240 subscribers. And throughout this month over here, July alone so far, I've gained another 1,175 to get my total up there to 10,581, because I've gained 57 there so far this year. I'm more of a words person than a numbers person, pretty much the opposite to David, and as they say, opposites attract. That's why I guess you love my content there, mate. Bit of a bloody laugh, but yes, full-time job for YouTube this year. April was a bit of a slow burner, everything like that, but that is absolutely okay, because the Six Nations had just ended. Super Rugby was kind of in the middle, and Super Rugby has not done too well this year. That's why I think like my Instagram following took a wee while to start growing again this year, because Super Rugby not being too good. It's been okay though, because with a World Cup year, I think it's ultimately been good for Kiwis to starve off from the rugby for a long time. For me though, I absolutely loved the Six Nations this year, which was massive for me. The most popular ever video was on the absolute demolition that France gave to England. And wow, that was so huge for me, that video for my channel. Like, I kind of needed to have a signature video to go with my channel. I just want to be one of those guys that's always uploading the same old stuff every week. I always do my best to keep things fresh. Like, I did a few listicles between the internationals, shared a few opinions that are a bit of like hot takes, shared a few things I got wrong in the past. And it's always just really interesting to see what you guys feedback over is. Like, YouTube over here, it's okay. I can still reply to all of the comments on certain days, and I'm always appreciating those. It's just a shame that I think a few people over in Reddit have taken the intent of my channel out of context there a bit. Even though you guys over on Reddit don't really like me that much, I still appreciate you guys for viewing this channel because I have to put food in my mouth. This is my full-time job. So even if you're not really a big fan of me and you're still watching, I still really appreciate it. Thank you so much. As for everyone who's always messaging me about tactics, stuff like that, it does take me a very long time to make my analysis videos. So even though I do answer your tactical questions about, who's playing like this, why was this play executed on the pitch, it's just because when I review stuff, I just want to take my time, give it a true examination. I want to see every single compartment of what's in shot for my videos so I can just paint the bigger picture to everybody. Also, we are 6 weeks or so away from the Rugby World Cup when Stade de France will see the French play against the All Blacks at home. I've got a bit of a schedule for the summer internationals that I want to watch, and so I might as well share it with you guys for my every half a year channel update. So week 1 is going to be pretty hectic. I'm not going to make videos on every single summer test I'm intending to watch, but basically every video where I think I can gain stuff out of, I'm going to make a video on. Week 1, All Blacks versus Wallabies, England versus Wales, Ireland, Italy, Argentina versus South Africa, and I'll just kind of decide which ones I'll make videos on based on how the games go. Week 2, just going to chill out a little bit, just cover France versus Scotland because I want to really have a nitty-gritty look at Scotland before the World Cup, as I've done pre-World Cup previews on the Irish and the French already, but I do need to do pre-World Cup previews for the All Blacks, Wallabies, Welsh, English, Scots, and South Africans, but I'm definitely going to hold off on England, Wales, and Australia as they've changed coaches for sure while I'm researching for one of Los Pumas right now. Week 3, England versus Ireland is pretty essential, as is France versus Fiji, because even though that's probably not going to get me to make a video, it is going to have some huge hits, just real entertaining stuff, and it'll give me a look at one of the Pacific Island nations who could progress to the quarterfinals, as they've got an easier side of the draw to my poor All Blacks who have got a very tough side. Week 4, the final 2 matches before the Rugby World Cup that I'll be watching are the All Blacks versus South Africa and the French versus the Wallabies. France versus Australia, it's at 2:45 a.m. NZ time, but it's a Monday. I'm just going to have to suck it up, stay awake for it basically, sleep after the match, something like that. And then right before the World Cup, I'll be making depth chart videos for the Welsh, English, and Australians and pre-World Cup previews. And the final video I'm going to release before the World Cup, well, it is going to be, of course, a prediction of who I think is going to take out the title. It's a very conscientious topic, of course, because a lot of New Zealand fans and South African fans have got a bit of blind faith going in their veins right now, and I think that seeing the French and Irish in the Summer Internationals is definitely going to help me finalise that prediction of who might end up winning. World Cup matches I'm going to watch, I might as well just share a lot of it with you guys, share my schedule. It is subject to change, of course, based on how my personal life goes, because I do try to revolve my life around the World Cup cycle, but things can happen, so don't get angry at me if I can't end up making a video. But this is just a list of matches during the World Cup I'm intending to watch. Obviously, I'll make analysis videos on every single knockout game barring the bronze final, but I'm intending to watch the All Blacks versus France, Australia, Georgia, England, Argentina, South Africa, Scotland, and Wales, Fiji in the first week. Second week, I'll watch the All Blacks versus Namibia, Ireland versus Tonga, Australia, Fiji, England versus Japan. Then in the third week, it'll be Samoa, Argentina, South Africa, Ireland, Scotland, Tonga, Wales, Australia. The classic World Cup class match that we really need to stop because they are playing each other in the pool so much, those two nations. Week 4, I'll watch Samoa versus Japan, All Blacks, Italy, South Africa versus Tonga there. Then in the final week of the pool stages, it is really going to heat up, so I'm going to watch the All Blacks versus Uruguay, France versus Italy, Wales, Georgia, England versus Samoa, because I think Samoa, how they're tracking right now, may be able to pull off a few upsets of the World Cup, Ireland, Scotland, and Japan, Argentina. And so even though those are all the matches I'm going to watch there that are on my schedule, I may not make make videos on them all just to warn you in advance. If I miss the upset of the century, this list over here that you can see on screen that I'm now shutting off, that is why. But yeah, World Cup, a few weeks away. The success of my channel, I'm so grateful for you guys. Success over Instagram that's continuing, I'm so thankful for you guys. My patrons, I'm so successful for you guys. It's also been like a real wild year, like out in public. I've been recognized by people 3 times, like the manager over at Glue in Auckland. Cheers to you, mate, for having a really nice yarn with me while I was shopping at the store and stuff. Sorry I didn't get you past your sales target for the day. Also collaborated with New Zealand Biltong company, NZ Biltong. I collaborated with those guys to send a long-time follower off to the Dunedin Bledisloe Cup test between the All Blacks versus Australia that is happening next week. Congratulations to Matt, who's won the giveaway, and thank you to New Zealand Biltong for supporting the channel. A big thank you to Rugby News magazine as well, who are always supporting me. You guys are top class. Also want to thank the little girl who saw me in my summer day job at the theme park in like January or February or so, saying, oh, I have been watching your channel, and I was like, oh, awesome, thank you so much. Thank you as well to the teenage boy who I saw in Wellington who recognized me. You're a top bloke, mate. And it was always awesome to see my old teammate Watini. Cheers to you, bro, for seeing me in Auckland, mate. Crack up to see you viewing the videos and everything. Look, 2023 has been massive for rugby. It's going to continue to be massive. If you just want to have a yarn with rugby, flick me a message on Instagram. If you want to view my Q&A videos with a few players I've done this year, thank you so much. I'll never forget interviewing Kennedy Simon, the Black Ferns captain. It's been a wild ride of a year. Thank you so much for the support, guys. This is my wee halfway through the year update that's actually coming at the end of July, but I appreciate it so much. So I'll see you on the next video. Cheers for watching, team, and I'll see you later from Max.